Welcome back, everybody, to the Fitz Casino and Hotel in Tunica, Mississippi. Mississippi Fight Night Boxing Series here on Sports South. And it's time for the heavyweights. A four-rounder. Yohan Banks making his way to the ring. They call him the Body Snatcher. 3 wins, 3 losses, 3 draws, Nate Yoder. That's symmetry right there. He has 1 knockout to his credit.
You like heavyweights? We got heavyweights, and boy, do we have a big one in Yohan Banks. 6'3", 266 pounds. My question about Yohan Banks is which Yohan Banks shows up. We've seen Yohan Banks where he's very competitive. He beats prospects. We've seen Yohan Banks, go to draws with 5 and 21 fighters. He's shown skill in some fights and some not others. And if he's going to get serious about this career, now's the time to do it. He's in against an undefeated prospect in Adam Kownacki, and he's got to do it right now on Sports South.
Banks just recently turned 35 years old. He's trained by Pete Padilla, and he hails from just outside Oakland, California, in Redwood City, California. As you mentioned, his opponent, Adam Kownacki, who is 2-0, both wins coming by way of knockout. He is a terrific prospect. He will be 22 this year, so he is still a baby in the business. 6'3", 230 pounds. And you hear the music. Here comes Adam Kownacki out of Brooklyn, New York, via Poland, Nate Yoder. Again, 21 years old. He's trained by Leon Taylor. He's a big boy, and he's got a lot of potential.
Interesting fighter because he started his formal training in Poland as an amateur before moving to New York at 13 years old. So he's got a little bit of a mixture of this European style, American style, which is really a nice mix if he puts it together properly. His goal here, being the smaller fighter, and you say small at 230 pounds, but look who he's fighting, is he's going to have to use his boxing ability, not let Yohan Banks turn this into a grudge match and smother his punches. Yohan Banks is going to want to get in there and be real tight with this guy, lean on him, put that weight on him, wear the young Pole fighter down, and Kownacki's going to have to stop that. He's going to have to use his jab, shoot behind it, and create his distance in this fight.
Kownacki fighting out of the Global Boxing Gym in New Jersey. There you see him getting final instructions from Randy Phillips, who will be the 3rd man inside the ring. The heavyweights, the big boys. This should be a lot of fun. Let's go inside the ring and get the formal introduction of the fighters with our Michael Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again, and welcome to the fights at the Fitz Casino and Hotel here in Tunica, Mississippi. That's tonight, brought to you by Prize Fight in association with Fitz Casino and Hotel, Cerveza Tecate, Zaxby's Chicken, Daniel Boone's Log Homes, title sponsor Global Boxing Gym, and presented to you on Sports South. Welcome once again to Mississippi Fight Night. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the snakeskin trunks with black trim and weighed in tonight at 266 pounds. As a professional, he carries a record of 3 wins and 3 losses with 1 victory by way of knockout. From Oakland, California, Yohan the Body Snatcher Banks. Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He wears the red trunks with white trim, weighing tonight at 230 pounds. As a professional, he carries a perfect record of 2 wins and no losses, with both of those victories by way of knockout. Fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, by way of Łomża, Poland, Adam Kownacki.
We've got a great fight on our hands if he continues that high. We've got some big men in the ring, too, when they squared off here for these meetings by Randy Phillips. Both a little soft, but sometimes heavyweights are naturally soft. You know, they don't do the same type of weight cutting that you see the lower weight fighters do. So don't let that be an indication of weakness on either fighter. We'll be able to tell their stamina more as we get in the fight.
Last fight for Kownacki, April 2nd, won by a second-round TKO against Ty Beal in Brooklyn, New York. And the two come out throwing a lot of punches, which is not the norm with heavyweights.
But how long can Yohan Banks do this?
Nice right there by Kownacki. And another right off the clinch. Nice left jab there by Banks.
Nice body shot by Kownacki, and it looks like it kind of stopped Banks in his tracks.
Banks a wild left, misses. He connected again with the left jab, but he does leave his midsection open. Kownacki certainly will do some body work.
And Banks is taking advantage of the openings, and he's doing the things I thought he needed to do originally to compete and win this fight, is fighting at a distance to where he can get his punches off.
Wild right there, misses by Kownacki.
That's a dangerous right hand by Kownacki because it was slow and looping, and it was low. Counter left hook would have been sweet at that time. Banks missed an opportunity.
Nice left jab and followed it up with an uppercut by Yohan Banks, the guy they call the body snatcher. You wonder if stamina will be an issue or not. It's only scheduled for 4, but the two have come out slugging here in round 1.
Banks might have punched himself out in the first 20 seconds of this round. He's getting very inactive now.
And Kownacki ate another left jab. He's willing to go in there, go to the body, and eat a few jabs, and that's what he's done here in the first round.
Yeah, but there's not a lot on the jab from Banks, which allows Kownacki to do that. A stiff jab would stop that.
That's still a 266-pound man. It looks like he has sledgehammers on both arms.
Good point. I want to see him step into it, though, and snap it a little bit. Really move that weight.
Nice left in succession there by Kownacki. Scored both times, and then he knocks out the mouth guard. Yohan Banks loses the mouth guard. Big left there by Kownacki again. Banks in a little bit of trouble here.
The action's right in front of us here, and you're right, 266 pounds does create a thud, and so does 230.
Blood on the face right now of Yohan Banks. I think Kownacki either has some, he does, I don't know if that's his own or if that's from Banks. A very action-packed first round between these two heavyweights here in Tunica. Welcome back in between rounds. David McNeil, the cut man for Kownacki, went to work on Adam, who has a cut over his left eye. So it was Adam's blood that we were talking about, and Yohan Banks had some blood on him, but that was from his opponent.
Doesn't look good. He's right in front of us in that eye. A little butchered looking. You know, you hope David did a great job on it. You don't see a lot of blood coming out, but is it going to close up as we go on? But with, in a 4-round fight, that might not be a thing to worry about.
Big right by Kownacki, right in front of the blue corner.
It's a treat to see heavyweights fighting like this. A lot of times heavyweights have put a black eye on the sport because of their holding and inactivity in their fighting. This is an action-packed heavyweight fight.
Let's see if Banks can work on that cut over the left eye of Kownacki. Oh, nice right there by Adam. Came to the United States as a 13-year-old from Poland.
The cut's not affecting the way Adam Kownacki's fighting this fight. He's still coming forward and pressing the action. But you had touched on in the first round, a 266-pound man is going to have heavy hands. And I think that's what we're seeing. Even though it may not look like a big punch from Yohan Banks, they are heavy punches.
Combination after combination. What I like about both these heavyweights, except for right there with the jab, it's been punches in succession. It's not one and move. It's normally, and there you see just the one, but normally it's multiple punches. Right in front of us, there's a nice right by Kownacki, but a good left there by Yohan Banks.
Good retaliation, but Kownacki got a lot of body work in that exchange. He went down, came up, came back down, and that could take a toll as we move on.
That left jab really working well for Yohan Banks. He's breathing heavily out of his mouth. As I mentioned earlier, I wonder if that will be a factor when you get two big guys like this.
Hey, he's going to get caught with a straight right if he keeps on pulling that left hand out there like that.
Oh, a left right there by Banks. And a good jab there by Kownacki. They go back and forth. Banks in a little bit of trouble here. Kownacki, left and right, combinations. He's against the ropes, but he's the one with the offense.
And no holding on from Banks. He just keeps on coming forward and laying, and Kownacki never quit punching. About 5 or 6 unanswered punches.
Banks needs to work that jab. He's got to keep his opponent at bay, but he's wide open here, Nate.
He's very tired, too, and that's creating openness because he's thinking about being tired more than he's thinking about his defense and using his offense off of his defense. And with 10 seconds to go here is probably a perfect time for Banks.
Banks trying to fight back, but it's been a very good round for the 21-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, Adam Kownacki. Welcome back to the Fitz Casino and Hotel in Tunica, Mississippi, ready for round 3 of the scheduled 4-rounder in the heavyweight division. Adam Kownacki is in the red trunks with the white trim, 21-year-old from Brooklyn, and Yohan Banks in the snakeskin trunks with the black trim. And already these two have unleashed in the 3rd round now a flurry of punches. The stamina has been pretty amazing. You're waiting to see when the shoe will fall off, but both have really unloaded some punches here to start the round.
There's very busy times, almost all 3 minutes from Kownacki. Banks has picked his times. He's busy early, takes a break, gets busy late. But, for a man of his size, he's got to do that. 3 minutes is a long time. I like Adam Kownacki, Greg. The more I see of this fight go on, he's got a very nice jab. Sure, there's things he can work on, but he's always coming forward.
Banks, the most effective punch has been the left jab, but he's not followed it up too many times. I want to see this guy explode with a big right, but he hasn't done it. Kownacki has been the aggressor. There's no doubt about that. Nice right by Kownacki. Another right.
He's got a wounded fighter in front of him, and I think he knows that. A tired and a wounded fighter. The right hand is really connecting.
I mentioned Banks is from just outside Oakland, Redwood City, California. They have huge redwoods. And boy, will this tree timber in the next few moments. I wonder if Kownacki gets his way, it could be the big guy going down, and what a thump that would be. But Banks is trying to hang in there.
More of the straight right hands, and I think you will see the tree fall because he's really coming on him with that right hand. And I don't think Banks can take much more of this, but you got to have Kownacki continue to be persistent about it.
You look at Kownacki, and he seems pretty fit for 230. It almost doesn't even look like he's 230, but he is 6'3". They're both the same height. Nice uppercut, and he followed it with a right hook. And then a big left by Kownacki. Banks in a lot of trouble trying to hold on here.
Kownacki does a great job of keeping space so he can still get his punches off. Randy, don't stop it. That's the standing 8 count. He did not stop the fight.
Looked like for a second there he was stopping the fight, but there's the standing 8 count. It is in effect here in the state of Mississippi. Now it's blood from the left nostril of Banks. Can he hold on here in the 3rd round against scheduled for 4?
I love how Kownacki does not let him get smothered. Banks tries to come on him, tries to smother him. Kownacki continues to step and create space to punch.
Banks is out of gas. There is no doubt about it.
How much gas does Kownacki have left in this round is going to be the answer here.
Uppercut, right. Final moments of round number 3. It's been all Adam Kownacki here in round number 3. And Banks, though, trying to hang in there. We will go to a 4th and final round. 4th and final round from the Fitz Casino and Hotel in Tunica, Mississippi. Adam Kownacki and the body snatcher, Yohan Banks. They have been non-stop now entering round number 4.
And you say non-stop. As soon as Randy Phillips took his arm out from the middle of him to start the round, they were both throwing punches and bunches.
Well, there is no doubt that Adam Kownacki wants another knockout. He's 2 for 2 in his young professional career with 2 knockouts. He wants a 3rd.
Well, he continues to punch and create a space. He's going to get it. Let me take time to pay a compliment to Adam Kownacki for how he handled being cut and not letting it get to him, and the incredible job David McNeil has done on that cut.
That's a great point. I think Adam has elusive speed. I think he's pretty darn quick for a heavyweight. A lot of times, Nate, you get the heavyweights leaning on each other, not a lot of action.
Oh.
This has been absolutely incredible. Big right and a follow-up left there by Kownacki.
He's got him. Oh, he's very hurt now.
Banks is in trouble, and another standing 8 count by Randy Phillips.
He might not be able to continue. He's very hurt.
Randy says continue. Well, let's see. He does.
Oh,
A big right by Kownacki. That's it.
Oh,
It's over.
He's right in front of us. He's on the ropes.
It is absolutely over with a big old knockout by Adam Kownacki, who's now 3-0 with 3 knockouts. Unbelievable. What a performance by the man from Brooklyn, New York via Poland. What a performance by the heavyweights. Adam Kownacki out of Brooklyn, New York via Poland improves to 3-0 with 3 wins, all coming by knockout as he knocks out Yohan Banks. You see Banks now on his feet. That's a good sign, Nate, but he took a beating. I mean, I thought Banks hung in there pretty well, but that was an impressive performance by Kownacki.
Great finish, and you love to see finishers. He really put them together on the end there, and he did some things in there that you can tell that he's had some formal training to where he did not let his punches get smothered. He did not smother his own punches. He did not get overly excited. He created a space. He was able to put his punches together and get big Yohan Banks out of there.
Let's get the official time. We go inside the ring to Michael Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in the Mississippi Fight Night ring, we present the official time of 1 minute and 11 seconds into the 4th round. Referee Randy Phillips calls a halt to the bout for your winner by KO in staying perfect, Adam Kownacki.
1:11 of the 4th round for the knockout by Kownacki. Very, very impressive by this young man. We'll take a break, come back with more action from the Fitz right here on Sports South.